There have been a number of studies that show that ill health rates are higher in those that carry out shift work. One of the reasons is thought to be relating to poor sleep. We recommend that most people sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, and that those who regularly get less than that could be at increased risk of physical health problems like heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. It can also play havoc on you emotionally if you're getting too little sleep, and often people find that stress levels and anxiety levels are increased. Now, we don't all have the luxury of quitting our job just because our shift patterns don't suit us. So if you are carrying out shift pattern work and are struggling with sleep, here are some practical tips to try and help you. Number 1, create an environment for sleep. It can be really difficult to go to sleep when there is sun streaming through your window and everyone else is waking up. So I would recommend you invest in some heavy duty, good quality blackout curtains. This will help trick your body into thinking it's still dark outside, and therefore your brain will produce more melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that helps regulate your circadian rhythm. So when it's dark outside, melatonin increases and you feel more sleepy. When it's light, you wake up. If you're still struggling, add in a face mask in order to try and truly block out all of that sun. Number 2, exercise. We know that exercising can improve quality of sleep. So do consider exercising at least a couple of times a week, and if you're struggling to fit it into your normal schedule, just take a 30-minute brisk walk during your lunch break. Don't expect results to occur immediately, but in the long run, it will help with your quality of sleep and quality of life. Just remember not to exercise just before going to bed, as that's likely to give you more energy and wake you up. Number 3, take a warm bath. No, it's not just an old wives' tale. There is evidence to show that if you take a bath 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, the rise in temperature and then the drop in temperature when you leave the bath can induce sleepiness. Number 4, relaxation techniques. For some, relaxation can take the form of listening to music or reading a nice book. For others, they need a slightly more structured approach and will go to yoga classes or meditation classes. If you want to do these kind of things at home but struggle with direction, you can also download one of the many apps out there to try and guide you through mindfulness and meditation. Also remember that self-care is part of the relaxation process. So massages, oils, nice smells, whatever it is to get you in that ambiance of relaxation. Number 5, optimize your diet. There are lots of do's and don'ts when it comes to nutrition and sleep. In the don't pile, I'd suggest avoiding heavy meals before you go to sleep, as that's likely to cause reflux and keep you up. I'd also avoid too much caffeine and certainly not drink any within the 6 hours before going to bed. Lots of people try and drink alcohol to send them to sleep, but unfortunately, whilst it might help you sleep, it's likely to wake you up throughout the night and give you poor quality of sleep, so I would avoid that. Now, in the do pile, there are lots of other things you can try instead. For example, we know that the chemical tryptophan is associated with sleep. Tryptophan can be found in dairy, which is why we're often told to have a nice warm glass of milk before bed, but it can also be found in other things like chicken, nuts, and seeds. Another chemical that's helpful within our sleep pattern is melatonin. We know that fibre can indirectly increase our amounts of melatonin, so it's worth looking into your diet to see whether you're consuming enough fibre. Other things that contain a lot of melatonin are cherries, so studies have shown that drinking cherry juice might increase your sleep. Another chemical related to good sleep is serotonin. Serotonin can be found in lots of different foods. Again, it's improved with good fibre diet, but also in soybeans and kiwis. And there was a study to show that if you ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed, you may very well have an improved sleep. So have a look at your diet and see where you can improve it.